Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by asking you a powerful question. How many times have you found yourself emotionally entangled in situations or people that drain your peace? Emotional attachment is a double-edged sword. It can inspire great joy, but when mishandled, it can also bring significant pain. And here's the truth. If you don't learn to detach emotionally, you risk losing yourself in the process. Emotions are one of the most powerful forces we possess as human beings. They can fuel our greatest triumphs or lead to our deepest struggles. The ability to understand and manage our emotions is crucial to navigating life successfully. Often, people underestimate just how much control emotions have over their daily decisions, actions, and reactions. When you're driven purely by how you feel, you might find yourself caught in a cycle of impulsive choices, reacting rather than responding to situations. But emotions are not inherently negative. In fact, they serve as valuable signals. They alert us to things that are happening inside us and around us. Anger, for example, can highlight a violation of your values or boundaries, while joy reminds you of your deep sense of fulfillment. Emotions are the language of your inner world, telling you what is resonating with your soul and what is disturbing your peace. The challenge arises when we allow emotions to dictate our behavior rather than using them as guides to inform our decisions. Understanding the power of emotions means recognizing their influence, but also learning to channel them productively. It requires developing the self-awareness to pause, reflect, and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What is this emotion trying to tell me? When you do this, you give yourself the power to act based on wisdom, not impulse. Emotions, like waves in the ocean, will rise and fall. The key is not to get swept away by the waves, but to learn how to ride them. By understanding that emotions are temporary, you can maintain a sense of calm in the midst of emotional storms. You won't be reactive to every emotional shift. Instead, you'll remain centered, using your emotions as tools to better understand yourself and the world around you. Harnessing the power of emotions is a lifelong skill, and it starts with awareness. Once you understand that your emotions are there to serve you, not to control you, you begin to master the art of emotional balance. This is how you grow, evolve, and ultimately detach when necessary, because emotional maturity allows you to choose your responses rather than letting emotions choose for you. One of the most important lessons in life is learning to recognize when it's time to emotionally detach. This doesn't mean becoming cold or indifferent. Rather, it's about understanding when staying emotionally invested in a situation, person, or experience is causing you harm, draining your energy, or preventing you from growing. Emotional attachment becomes unhealthy when it starts to blur your sense of self, cloud your judgment, or consume your peace. Often, people remain emotionally tied to situations long after they cease being beneficial or productive. They hold on to relationships, environments, or beliefs because they've invested time, energy, or emotions into them, believing that detachment is a form of failure or abandonment. But detachment isn't about giving up. It's about acknowledging when holding on is doing more harm than good. The key is to develop the awareness to notice when your emotional investment is no longer serving your well-being. Ask yourself, is this situation bringing me peace or is it draining me? If the emotional attachment is causing stress, anxiety, or even resentment, it may be time to take a step back. Emotional exhaustion is one of the clearest signs that detachment is necessary. When you feel like you're constantly giving more than you're receiving, when your emotional state is being dictated by someone else's behavior or circumstances beyond your control, it's a signal to reassess your involvement. Recognizing when to detach is an act of self-preservation. It's about protecting your mental and emotional space, ensuring that you're not pouring all of your emotional energy into something that offers little to no return. Detachment allows you to regain clarity and focus, freeing yourself from the emotional weight that was preventing you from moving forward. It's not an act of selfishness, it's an act of self-care. By recognizing when it's time to detach, you reclaim your peace and create space for healthier connections, environments, and experiences in your life. This awareness allows you to maintain a healthy balance between caring for others and protecting yourself. It helps you establish the boundaries necessary for emotional well-being, ensuring that you stay grounded and in control of your emotional energy. Detachment doesn't mean walking away from everything that challenges you. It means discerning when a challenge has become an unnecessary burden. It means choosing peace over prolonged emotional turmoil, and it gives you the freedom to live fully, unburdened by the weight of unhealthy attachments. Separating emotions from decisions is one of the most crucial skills you can develop for long-term success and emotional well-being. It requires a deep understanding of the difference between how you feel in the moment and what you know to be right based on your values, principles, and long-term goals. Emotions are natural, and they serve an important purpose by helping you navigate the world, but they are temporary and often fluctuate based on external circumstances. Decisions, on the other hand, need to be grounded in logic, foresight, and a clear understanding of what will benefit you in the long run. When emotions dictate your decisions, you might find yourself reacting impulsively, making choices that feel good in the moment but lead to regret later. For example, if you're angry, you might say or do something in the heat of the moment that harms a relationship or damages your reputation. If you're overly excited, you might agree to something without considering the consequences. Emotions can distort your perspective, making problems seem bigger or smaller than they really are. They can convince you that a temporary feeling should dictate a permanent decision, leading to actions that don't align with your true desires or goals. The key to separating emotions from decisions is to create space between how you feel and the choices you make. This means taking a step back when emotions are high, giving yourself time to reflect before taking action. It's about recognizing that just because something feels urgent or intense in the moment doesn't mean it requires an immediate response. In fact, some of the best decisions are made when you allow emotions to settle and approach the situation with a calm, clear mind. Another important aspect of separating emotions from decisions is having a strong foundation of values and principles. These serve as your internal compass, guiding you when emotions try to steer you off course. When you're rooted in your values, you can make decisions that are consistent with who you are and where you want to go, regardless of how you feel in the moment. This doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It means acknowledging them, understanding their role, but not allowing them to dictate your actions. By learning to separate your emotions from your decisions, you not only avoid impulsive actions, but also gain greater clarity and control over your life. You become proactive rather than reactive, making decisions that are aligned with your purpose and not just your present feelings. This balance between emotion and reason is what leads to better outcomes, both personally and professionally, and it helps you stay true to your long-term vision without being swayed by short-term emotional highs or lows. Focusing on your purpose rather than people is one of the most liberating shifts you can make in life. Too often, people become consumed by the opinions, actions, and expectations of others, allowing these external factors to dictate their emotions, decisions, and ultimately their path in life. But when you center your life around your purpose, your core mission, values, and goals, you free yourself from the limitations that come from seeking validation or approval from others. The challenge many face is that we are social beings by nature, and we crave connection and belonging. It's easy to get caught up in what others think, how they respond to us, or whether they approve of our choices. But if you live your life constantly trying to please others or gain their approval, you'll find yourself drifting away from your true purpose. You might make choices that make others happy but leave you feeling empty, unfulfilled, or off track. This is why it's essential to shift your focus from people to purpose. Purpose gives your life direction. It anchors you in what truly matters, helping you to stay grounded when distractions come. When you focus on your purpose, your decisions become clearer because you know what you are working toward. You're no longer concerned with whether people understand or agree with your path. Your purpose becomes the lens through which you view the world, making it easier to navigate challenges and stay on course. Moreover, when you focus on your purpose, you become less affected by the ups and downs of relationships, social pressures, or external judgments. You start to realize that not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Your path is uniquely yours, and not everyone is meant to walk it with you. Some people will criticize, some will doubt, and some may even try to hold you back. But when you are driven by purpose, those opinions lose their power over you. You become more resilient, knowing that your mission is bigger than the approval of any individual or group. Focusing on purpose also helps you to cultivate inner strength and confidence. You learn to trust yourself and your own instincts rather than constantly seeking external validation. This shift allows you to make bold decisions, take risks, and pursue your goals with conviction, even when others don't see your vision. It's not that you stop caring about people, but rather that you stop letting their opinions define your worth or your direction. Your value comes from fulfilling your purpose, not from how many people support or applaud your efforts. In essence, when you focus on your purpose, you live a life of intentionality. You are no longer swayed by every opinion, criticism, or emotional reaction from others. Instead, you are guided by a deeper sense of meaning and direction that keeps you aligned with what truly matters. This mindset shift allows you to move forward with clarity, confidence, and a sense of fulfillment that can only come from living out your unique purpose, regardless of who is watching or what they think. Learning to set boundaries is one of the most important aspects of maintaining emotional and mental well-being. Boundaries are not about shutting people out or being unapproachable. They are about defining what is acceptable for your own peace, health, and growth. Boundaries help protect your time, energy, and emotional space from being consumed by the demands, expectations, or negativity of others. One of the reasons many people struggle to set boundaries is because they fear conflict, rejection, or being perceived as selfish. They feel obligated to always say yes or accommodate others, even at the expense of their own well-being. But the truth is, when you consistently prioritize the needs of others over your own, you begin to deplete yourself emotionally, mentally, and physically. You end up feeling resentful, overwhelmed, and disconnected from your true self. Setting boundaries is an act of self-care and respect for yourself, and it allows you to interact with others from a place of strength rather than depletion. Setting boundaries involves recognizing your own limits. You need to understand what drains your energy and what uplifts you. It's about being honest with yourself regarding how much you can give without feeling exhausted or taken advantage of. When you establish boundaries, you're communicating to others where your limits are what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not. It's important to understand that this is not just about saying no to people, but also about defining the space you need to function at your best, whether in relationships, work, or daily interactions. Boundaries also create clarity in relationships. When you don't set clear boundaries, people are left guessing what is acceptable or respectful to you, and this often leads to misunderstandings or feelings of being mistreated. When you clearly communicate your boundaries, it allows others to respect your needs and helps foster healthier, more balanced relationships. You show people how to treat you by the boundaries you set. Another aspect of setting boundaries is learning to detach from the reactions of others. Some people may not take kindly to your boundaries, especially if they've benefited from your lack of them in the past. They may push back or try to guilt you into changing your stance. But maintaining your boundaries, even in the face of resistance, is a sign of emotional strength. You are not responsible for how others react to your boundaries, but you are responsible for protecting your peace and well-being. Setting boundaries doesn't mean cutting people off or isolating yourself. It means ensuring that your relationships are respectful and balanced. It's about making space for yourself to grow, rest, and recharge so that you can show up as your best self in all areas of life. In the end, boundaries are about creating a healthy balance between giving and receiving, ensuring that you're not constantly pouring from an empty cup. It allows you to prioritize your needs without guilt and to interact with others in a way that is mutually beneficial rather than one-sided or draining. Setting boundaries empowers you to live with greater authenticity. It aligns you with your values, helps you stay true to your purpose, and ensures that you are not compromising your well-being for the sake of pleasing others. When you have strong boundaries, you're able to navigate life with confidence, knowing that you're protecting your emotional and mental space while still remaining open to healthy and supportive relationships. Practicing mindful disengagement is an essential skill for maintaining inner peace and emotional balance in a world filled with constant demands and distractions. It involves intentionally stepping back from situations, thoughts, or interactions that cause stress, frustration, or emotional overwhelm. This process is not about avoidance or running away from challenges, but about consciously choosing when to distance yourself from situations that are no longer serving your well-being. At its core, mindful disengagement requires a heightened level of self-awareness. You need to recognize when your emotions are becoming heightened or when you are being pulled into a negative mental or emotional space. This could happen in difficult conversations, stressful work environments, or even within your own thoughts. The key is to catch yourself in those moments and decide with intention to take a step back before you become too deeply entangled in emotional reactions. It's about being aware of what triggers you and choosing not to engage with those triggers when they threaten your inner peace. When you practice mindful disengagement, you're giving yourself the space to reflect and process rather than react impulsively. Often we get caught up in heated situations or allow our thoughts to spiral because we feel compelled to respond immediately. Mindful disengagement teaches you that not everything requires an instant reaction. Sometimes the best response is to pause, reflect, and then decide how or if you want to engage. This pause allows you to approach situations with a clearer, calmer mind, free from emotional turbulence. One of the key benefits of mindful disengagement is that it helps you conserve your emotional energy. Constantly engaging with stressful or negative situations drains you mentally and emotionally. By stepping back when necessary, you prevent yourself from being drawn into unnecessary conflict or drama, and you protect your energy for things that truly matter. This practice is especially useful in situations where you have little control over the outcome, such as dealing with difficult people or environments. Disengaging doesn't mean you don't care. It means you are choosing not to let the situation dominate your emotional state. Mindful disengagement also involves learning to let go of the need to control everything. In many situations, our stress comes from wanting things to go a certain way or wanting people to behave in a specific manner. When things don't go as expected, we become frustrated and emotionally involved. Disengaging mindfully means accepting that you can't control everything, and that's okay. You learn to detach from outcomes and instead focus on how you respond internally to situations. This practice cultivates a sense of inner calm, as you no longer feel the pressure to manage or fix everything around you. A practical way to apply mindful disengagement is through simple mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing or taking a moment of silence. These techniques allow you to create a break between stimulus and response, giving you time to regain composure and clarity. Whether it's stepping away from a heated conversation, turning off distractions, or simply taking a few deep breaths, these small actions help you remain centered, even in chaotic situations. Over time, as you continue to practice mindful disengagement, you develop emotional resilience. You begin to realize that not every situation requires your involvement, and not every emotional pull deserves your attention. You become more selective in where you invest your emotional energy, focusing on the areas that truly align with your purpose and values. This creates a sense of freedom, as you are no longer a slave to emotional reactions or external pressures. Mindful disengagement, therefore, is not about disconnecting from life or avoiding responsibilities. Instead, it's about engaging with life on your own terms, with greater clarity, calm, and purpose. It allows you to maintain control over your emotional state, even in challenging circumstances, and ensures that your actions are aligned with your long-term well-being rather than momentary emotional impulses. Letting go of what you cannot control is one of the most liberating practices for maintaining emotional health and peace of mind. It is about recognizing the limits of your influence and accepting that no matter how much you may want to, you cannot manage every situation or dictate how others behave. While it is natural to desire control over outcomes, people, or circumstances, this desire often leads to frustration, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion. The key to true freedom is acknowledging that some things are simply beyond your reach and choosing to release your need to manage them. The first step in letting go is recognizing what lies within your control and what doesn't. Your thoughts, actions, and attitudes are within your control, but the actions, thoughts, and feelings of others are not. Life is full of variables, unexpected events, other people's decisions, or even natural occurrences that you cannot predict or influence. Trying to control these external factors is not only futile, but it also drains you of energy that could be better spent on things you can change, such as your mindset or the way you react to challenges. By focusing on what you can control, you begin to shift your attention to areas of your life where you have real power. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or being passive. Rather, it means releasing the emotional and mental burden of trying to control the uncontrollable. It means accepting that life comes with uncertainties and learning to navigate them with grace. When you hold on to the need to control everything, you create tension, stress, and even fear. You worry about potential outcomes, replay conversations in your head, or anticipate how others might act. This kind of mental activity keeps you trapped in a cycle of anxiety. Letting go allows you to step out of this cycle, acknowledging that while you cannot control everything, you can control how you respond. The act of letting go is rooted in trust, trusting that things will work out, even if not exactly as you had envisioned. It requires faith in the process, understanding that sometimes setbacks or difficulties are part of a larger plan that you may not fully understand at the moment. When you cling too tightly to how you think things should unfold, you close yourself off from possibilities and opportunities that may be even better than what you had originally envisioned. Letting go opens you up to new paths and outcomes that you may not have considered, allowing life to flow more naturally. One of the most challenging aspects of letting go is releasing the desire to control how other people think or behave. You may wish that others would act in certain ways, meet your expectations, or make decisions that align with your values. But the reality is, you cannot control other people's actions or choices. Holding on to the expectation that you can influence their behavior leads to frustration and disappointment. When you let go of trying to control others, you allow them the space to be themselves, and in doing so, you also free yourself from unnecessary emotional burdens. Letting go is also about accepting the present moment as it is, without trying to change or manipulate it. When you resist what is happening in your life, whether it's a difficult situation or an unexpected turn of events, you create inner turmoil. But when you accept things as they are, you free yourself from the emotional struggle. This doesn't mean you have to like or agree with everything that happens, but it means making peace with the fact that some things are outside your influence. By embracing acceptance, you gain clarity and the ability to respond more effectively to challenges rather than reacting out of fear or frustration. Learning to let go of what you cannot control requires practice and patience. It's not a one-time decision, but an ongoing process of recognizing when you are holding on too tightly and consciously choosing to release your grip. Over time, as you let go more often, you will notice a sense of calm and freedom. You will find that situations that once triggered stress or anxiety no longer have the same power over you. You will be more present in your daily life, able to focus on what truly matters and experience greater peace, knowing that you are doing your best with what you can control while trusting life to handle the rest. In the end, letting go is about freeing yourself from the emotional weight of trying to manage the unmanageable. It's about embracing life's uncertainties with grace, focusing on what you can influence, and releasing the rest. When you let go of what you cannot control, you open up space in your life for peace, growth, and new opportunities. You begin to experience life with a sense of trust, allowing you to move forward with confidence, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Developing inner strength is a fundamental aspect of personal growth and resilience, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace. Inner strength is not simply the absence of fear or difficulty. Rather, it is the ability to confront and overcome these obstacles, drawing on your internal resources and self-awareness. It is about cultivating a mindset that allows you to face adversity with courage and clarity, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and learning. The journey to inner strength begins with self-awareness. Understanding who you are, your values, beliefs, strengths, and weaknesses creates a solid foundation for resilience. When you know yourself well, you can better navigate the complexities of life. This self-awareness helps you identify what truly matters to you, guiding your decisions and actions in a way that aligns with your authentic self. By regularly reflecting on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, you become more attuned to your inner landscape, which is crucial for building strength from within. One critical component of developing inner strength is learning to embrace discomfort. Life is inherently filled with challenges, uncertainties, and painful experiences. Rather than shying away from discomfort or viewing it as something negative, it's important to recognize that it is often a catalyst for growth. Each time you confront a challenge, you have an opportunity to develop resilience, learn new skills, and deepen your understanding of yourself. By facing discomfort head-on, you build the mental and emotional muscles necessary to handle future difficulties more effectively. This willingness to engage with discomfort fosters a sense of empowerment as you realize that you are capable of navigating life's ups and downs. Building inner strength also requires cultivating a positive mindset. Your thoughts and beliefs significantly influence how you respond to challenges. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that difficulties don't exist. Rather, it involves focusing on the potential for growth and solutions rather than dwelling on problems. When faced with adversity, try to shift your perspective to see it as a learning opportunity. This proactive approach fosters resilience and encourages you to seek solutions rather than getting stuck in negativity. Surrounding yourself with positivity, whether through uplifting people, inspirational literature, or motivational content, can further reinforce this mindset, providing the encouragement you need to push through tough times. Additionally, developing inner strength involves taking responsibility for your own life and choices. It's easy to fall into a victim mentality, blaming external circumstances or other people for your difficulties. However, true empowerment comes from recognizing that you have the power to influence your own life. Accepting responsibility for your actions, decisions, and reactions fosters a sense of agency, allowing you to make conscious choices that align with your values and goals. This shift in mindset not only enhances your resilience, but also cultivates a deeper sense of self-worth and confidence, reinforcing your inner strength. Another key aspect of building inner strength is practicing self-care and self-compassion. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being is essential for nurturing resilience. This includes prioritizing rest, engaging in activities that bring you joy, and maintaining healthy relationships. Self-care is not a luxury, it is a necessity for sustaining your energy and focus during challenging times. Moreover, practicing self-compassion, treating yourself with kindness and understanding during moments of struggle, helps to soften the harshness of self-criticism and promotes emotional healing. When you approach yourself with compassion, you create a safe space to acknowledge your feelings and experiences, allowing you to grow from them rather than becoming overwhelmed. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for developing inner strength. By practicing mindfulness, you learn to stay present and grounded, even amid chaos. This practice encourages you to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment, creating a greater sense of clarity and calm. When you can detach from overwhelming emotions and negative thought patterns, you empower yourself to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Mindfulness fosters resilience by helping you develop a more balanced perspective, allowing you to navigate challenges with greater ease and composure. Lastly, cultivating a strong support system is vital for nurturing inner strength. Surrounding yourself with positive, encouraging individuals who believe in your potential provides a valuable source of strength during difficult times. These supportive relationships not only offer emotional support, but also provide different perspectives and insights that can help you navigate challenges more effectively. Engaging with mentors, friends, or community groups can foster a sense of belonging and reinforce your resilience, reminding you that you are not alone in your journey. In conclusion, developing inner strength is a multifaceted process that involves self-awareness, embracing discomfort, cultivating a positive mindset, taking responsibility for your life, practicing self-care and self-compassion, and leveraging mindfulness and supportive relationships. It is about recognizing your capacity for growth and resilience, even in the face of adversity. As you strengthen your inner core, you will find that you are better equipped to handle life's challenges, ultimately leading to greater fulfillment, confidence, and a deeper sense of purpose. Avoiding emotional dependence is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and fostering personal growth. Emotional dependence occurs when an individual relies excessively on another person for emotional support, validation, and a sense of identity. While seeking connection and support from others is a natural human desire, it becomes problematic when your emotional well-being hinges entirely on someone else. This reliance can lead to feelings of insecurity, anxiety, and even resentment as the balance of power in the relationship becomes skewed. To cultivate emotional independence, it is crucial to recognize the signs of emotional dependence and actively work towards building a sense of self that is rooted in your own worth and capabilities. The first step in avoiding emotional dependence is developing a strong sense of self-identity. Understanding who you are, your values, beliefs, strengths, and passions provides a solid foundation for emotional resilience. When you have a clear sense of self, you are less likely to seek validation from others to define your worth. This self-awareness empowers you to make decisions based on your values and desires rather than external expectations. It allows you to engage in relationships from a place of strength and authenticity, rather than from a need for approval or acceptance. Taking the time for self-reflection and exploration helps you build a deeper connection with yourself, which in turn strengthens your ability to form healthier, more balanced relationships. Another important aspect of avoiding emotional dependence is cultivating a fulfilling life outside of your relationships. This includes pursuing your interests, hobbies, and goals independent of others. When you invest time and energy in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, you create a rich, diverse life that is not solely reliant on any one individual. Engaging in personal pursuits not only enhances your sense of self, but also provides opportunities for personal growth and development. When you are fully engaged in your own life, you bring more to your relationships, allowing them to flourish without the burden of emotional dependence. Setting healthy boundaries is also crucial in preventing emotional dependence. Boundaries help establish what is acceptable and what is not in your relationships, allowing you to maintain a sense of autonomy while still being connected to others. Communicating your needs and limits clearly fosters mutual respect and understanding, enabling both parties to feel secure in the relationship. When boundaries are established, you can engage with others without sacrificing your own emotional well-being. It's essential to recognize that it's okay to say no, to ask for space, and to prioritize your own needs when necessary. By establishing and respecting boundaries, you create an environment where emotional dependence is less likely to take root. Developing healthy coping mechanisms is another key strategy in avoiding emotional dependence. When faced with challenges, many people may instinctively turn to others for support. While it's important to seek help when needed, relying solely on others for emotional support can lead to dependence. Instead, work on building a toolkit of coping strategies that allow you to process your emotions independently. This might include practices such as journaling, mindfulness, meditation, or physical exercise. Engaging in these activities can help you manage stress and emotional turmoil in a healthy way, empowering you to navigate challenges without feeling the need to rely on someone else. Additionally, practicing gratitude can foster emotional independence by shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you begin to appreciate the positive aspects of your life and the relationships you have without becoming overly attached to them for your emotional well-being. This mindset encourages you to recognize your own strengths and capabilities, reinforcing your sense of self-worth. Gratitude helps you acknowledge the contributions of others in your life without allowing those relationships to define you. It nurtures a more balanced perspective where you can cherish connections while remaining grounded in your own identity. Finally, embracing vulnerability is essential in avoiding emotional dependence. Vulnerability allows for genuine connection and intimacy in relationships, but it's crucial to recognize that this connection should not equate to dependence. Being open about your feelings and experiences fosters deeper connections with others, but it should come from a place of strength and self-assuredness. When you can express your vulnerabilities without relying on others to fill emotional voids, you create space for authentic relationships that enrich your life without leading to dependence. It's about sharing your experiences while maintaining your emotional balance and recognizing that your worth is inherent and not contingent upon someone else's validation or support. In summary, avoiding emotional dependence requires a multifaceted approach centered on self-awareness, personal fulfillment, boundary setting, healthy coping mechanisms, gratitude, and vulnerability. By cultivating a strong sense of self and nurturing your interests, you empower yourself to engage in relationships that are healthy, balanced, and mutually supportive. Recognizing the importance of emotional independence allows you to build connections that enrich your life while maintaining your own emotional stability and well-being. This journey not only enhances your relationships, but also fosters personal growth and resilience, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and empowered life. Using detachment as a healing tool is a transformative practice that enables individuals to regain emotional balance and foster personal growth. Detachment does not imply a lack of care or concern. Rather, it represents a conscious choice to step back from situations, relationships, or emotional attachments that may be detrimental to one's well-being. By adopting a detached perspective, individuals can create the necessary space to process their feelings and experiences more effectively, ultimately leading to healing and self-discovery. The healing process often requires individuals to confront painful emotions and experiences, and this can be challenging. Emotions such as anger, sadness, or regret can be overwhelming, making it difficult to think clearly or make rational decisions. By employing detachment, you can create a buffer between yourself and these intense feelings. This distance allows for a more objective view of the situation, making it easier to analyze and understand the emotions at play. When you detach emotionally, you can observe your feelings without being consumed by them, providing an opportunity to assess their root causes and the impact they have on your life. This clarity is essential for moving forward and healing. Detachment also provides a means of breaking unhealthy patterns in relationships. Many individuals find themselves trapped in cycles of emotional turmoil due to unhealthy attachments or toxic dynamics. By practicing detachment, you can step back from these situations, evaluate the patterns at play, and determine whether they are conducive to your growth and happiness. This process allows you to identify relationships that drain your energy or foster negativity, empowering you to make informed choices about how to proceed. By releasing emotional attachments to unhealthy dynamics, you create space for healthier, more fulfilling relationships to emerge. Furthermore, using detachment to heal encourages self-reflection and introspection. When you remove yourself from emotionally charged situations, you can engage in deeper self-exploration. This may involve reflecting on your values, beliefs, and desires, as well as examining how your past experiences have shaped your emotional responses. Such introspection allows you to better understand yourself, leading to increased self-awareness and personal growth. By recognizing the patterns that have contributed to your emotional struggles, you can make conscious decisions to change them and foster a more positive outlook on life. Another significant aspect of using detachment for healing is the empowerment it offers. When you detach from external influences, you regain control over your emotional state and reactions. This sense of empowerment is crucial for rebuilding self-esteem and confidence, as it reinforces the idea that you are capable of managing your own emotions and navigating life's challenges. By acknowledging that your worth is not dependent on others' opinions or behaviors, you can cultivate a stronger sense of self and resilience, enabling you to face future challenges with greater strength and determination. Moreover, detachment can serve as a protective mechanism during times of emotional upheaval. Life can be unpredictable, and unexpected events can trigger intense emotional responses. In such moments, practicing detachment allows you to maintain a sense of equilibrium. It acts as a buffer, helping you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This measured response can prevent further emotional distress and facilitate a more constructive approach to addressing challenges. By cultivating this sense of emotional stability, you create an environment that supports healing and growth, allowing you to emerge stronger from adversity. In addition, detachment fosters an appreciation for the present moment. Often, individuals become entangled in their emotions and thoughts, fixating on past regrets or future anxieties. This fixation can hinder the healing process and prevent them from fully engaging with the present. By practicing detachment, you can shift your focus away from what has been or what may come, centering your attention on the here and now. This mindfulness approach enhances your ability to experience life more fully, allowing you to savor positive moments and find joy in the simple aspects of life. This appreciation for the present moment is a powerful antidote to emotional pain and can facilitate deeper healing. Finally, using detachment to heal promotes the understanding that healing is a process, not a destination. It's essential to recognize that emotions are fluid and can change over time. By adopting a detached perspective, you can accept the ebb and flow of your feelings without judgment. This acceptance fosters patience with yourself, allowing you to navigate the healing journey at your own pace. Understanding that healing takes time reduces the pressure to feel better immediately, creating space for genuine emotional processing and growth. In conclusion, using detachment as a healing tool is a vital practice that enables individuals to navigate their emotions with clarity and resilience. By creating space from overwhelming feelings, breaking unhealthy patterns, engaging in self-reflection, and embracing the present moment, you can foster profound healing and personal growth. This approach empowers you to reclaim control over your emotional well-being, leading to healthier relationships, increased self-awareness, and a greater sense of inner peace. Ultimately, the practice of detachment is not about disengagement. It is about cultivating a healthier relationship with yourself and your emotions, allowing for healing and transformation to take place. In conclusion, mastering the art of emotional detachment is a powerful skill that can significantly enhance your emotional well-being and personal growth. It empowers you to navigate life's challenges with clarity and resilience, allowing you to maintain a balanced perspective amidst the complexities of relationships and experiences. By recognizing when it's time to detach, separating your emotions from decisions, focusing on your purpose, setting boundaries, practicing mindful disengagement, letting go of what you cannot control, developing inner strength, and avoiding emotional dependence, you create a solid foundation for a healthier, more fulfilling life. Remember, emotional detachment is not about shutting down or becoming indifferent. Rather, it is about engaging with life in a way that protects your emotional health while fostering genuine connections. It provides you with the freedom to experience life fully without being overly affected by the highs and lows that come your way. Embrace the journey of emotional detachment as an opportunity to cultivate deeper self-awareness, greater resilience, and a profound sense of inner peace. As you implement these principles in your daily life, allow yourself to grow and evolve. Healing is a process. And with each step towards emotional detachment, you are moving closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Let this be the beginning of a transformative journey where you take control of your emotional landscape and reclaim your power, ultimately leading you to a life of purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Thank you.